Hi guys, and happy weekend. So it's been a while since I posted a weekly reading, and it's not that I'm not doing them. I keep doing them. And then when I remember to post them, it's already the end of the week. So my foggy brain in midlife is really acting up. So today we are going to be doing our weekly reading for the week of June 13th to June 19th. June 19th is a very special day because my little boy turns 10, even though he was supposed to be a Leo baby, an August baby. He was born pretty early in June. And this space, right? So now that I have you guys here, this space, this time from June 13th to July 10th, there will be no shipping in the shop because I am going back home after many, many years just for a little vacation to visit family, to see the elders, and I will be creating some beautiful things over there. So there's going to be a massive sale that's happening to spoil everybody. All that I ask for is a little bit of patience because you guys know that even though the store is recognized worldwide, it's just me making all your stuff. We don't have customer service. We don't have any of that. Hence why the shop is so personal and why we just become family, right? So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the energy for this coming week. We're going to be using the El Tarot. We're also going to be using the Conjure cards, right? So we're going to be bringing those here. And I believe these are called the Conjure cards, the Conjure deck. And then we might also be using the Slow Tarot. We'll see. We're going to start with the Conjure cards and see what we have for the week. So we do see a time of transformation, right? We do definitely see a time of transformation happening here. But seeing that this is in reverse, you know, and seeing that we have the graveyard in reverse as well, what we're seeing here is some kind of hitting the brakes. It's almost like we know that we're in this transformation and this is something that we've been in. So this is not something that you're all of a sudden going to be feeling this week. This is something that feels to me that we've all been in, or however this speaks to you. Maybe you've been in this for about a year or so. So this has been a while, but there's something that we're hitting the brakes on. Maybe it has to do with releasing something. Maybe it has to do with working with the inner child. Maybe it has to do with just doubting ourselves in beginning this new path. So this is going to be a great week to recognize and go within to see what it is that we need to really bring to the surface and work with. We see a lot of water elements, so we see a lot of fertility there. And now this can work in our favor perfectly because if we are in fear of not believing in ourselves, and we see that water elements is the ebb and flow, it's allowing the creativity to come through. This also may represent a healing that is taking place, emotional healing specifically. You know, we're in a period of blooming. We're in a period where we are unfolding, right? But the thing that we never hear when people talk about unfolding and all these great things, it's extremely uncomfortable. It is extremely trying, testing, you know, it's exhausting, right? So taking it easy with you, right? This is also working with the reflection, seeing how we're reacting to things around us, seeing what is being reflected, seeing the reactions, and really taking a look if we're supposed to react like that or if we're giving too much energy to something that may actually not be worth it, right? So really, really protecting your energy this week, but also looking within. As I said, the main thing here that we see with the cards is all about working with the self, going back and saying, what is it that I know that I have to let go of, but I'm not, right? When we take a look at the next one, you know, this is a time to be very careful who you trust in, right? Who you speak your secrets with, because it's almost like there's an energy change happening here, and you may feel it in your gut. That energy with someone is changing. And just be very careful with those people that don't celebrate anything with you. When there's good things happening in your life, these people will not celebrate it. They won't even say congratulations. But if there's something rocky, they're the first ones there. It's a sign that these people that do this, it's because they act like they care, but if they're not able to celebrate things with you and they're only showing up when you're going through something, it means that like they want to see that. They want to see you in this uncomfortable state. So be very careful who you're trusting this coming week, or just always, you know. Now, when we take a look at the next one, this is definitely a card of self-care. This is definitely a card of embracing your inner power. And I know there's a lot of information of self-care out there. There's books on self-care. There's people that just tell you how to do it step by step. And, you know, a lot of times that could be confusing because your self-care can be completely different than mine. Someone's self-care can be taking an herbal bath, or, you know, or sitting outside and looking at the trees. Another person's self-care may be going to get your nails done, you know, so don't let anybody tell you what self-care should look like. You need to do what feels right for you. The next one is the energy of elixir. So elixir kind of takes us to those cards that are saying that we're hitting the brakes on something, that there is this change that's taking place and we're almost there, but we reach the part that there's something here that we're not letting happen. And then when we see the energy of elixir, this kind of shows maybe remorse, right? Maybe some kind of guilt that's happening. So this is definitely a time to work with forgiveness. And I know we get very defensive when we hear forgiveness, but I'm going to repeat to you what the elders repeated continually tell me, which kind of makes sense. When we're working with forgiveness, it has nothing to do with forgiving someone for doing something awful to you, all right? When we're working with forgiveness, it has to do with us. What I do when I work with forgiveness, I don't reach out to someone and say, hey, it's okay that you completely screwed me over. No, what I do is I work with myself. I tell myself, I forgive you for carrying this pain, for carrying this remorse, for carrying this regret, this resentment for so long. You deserve to be free, right? Because if it's something we have already suffered, we don't deserve to carry that constantly, right? We deserve to be free of that. We deserve to heal that part of ourselves and be able to bloom in our own environment, right? So as you can see, I would use rose quartz all week. But like I always tell you guys, use whatever feels right for you. Go to your crystals, feel them. Whatever crystal is calling you that day, that is the crystal that you need. That is how crystal medicine works. I feel like we get so lost in properties and what they mean and all this stuff that maybe you need rose quartz, but maybe the day that you grab, you know, an apachatire, you're like, oh, I'm vibrating with this. Work with the apachatire instead, right? So if you're ready for your reading, head over to lightwitchtarotshop.com and schedule your reading today. I am now scheduling for February. I know it's a long wait, but it is worth it. People keep me booked, so that's a good sign, right? So if you're ready for your candles and things, go to the store. Like I said, we're going to have a massive sale. So make sure you sign up for the newsletter and you pay attention to the stories and you pay attention to the Instagram and Facebook accounts because you will be updated there. So I will see you guys in a few weeks. I love you so much. Thank you for existing. Lots of love and light to everyone. And blessed be. Bye-bye.